Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTbase.com. Welcome to our weekly COT review. Today we're going to be analyzing the 31st Commitments of Traders report. And as I did in the past few reviews, I'm going to be focusing on only one market. The purpose of this is to showcase the services and tools that are available here at COTbase.com. Of course, as our name suggests, we are focused on the Commitments of Traders report. But we do have a intraday COT tool we call the iCOT Intraday Indicator that I think is very useful in helping you enter and exit certain trades. But let's start off with the classic COT analysis, and I'm going to be talking about silver. Why silver? Well, 2 weeks ago, I did a video on silver because there is a pretty nice bullish COT extreme in the market. So for those of you who are just joining, of course, we are analyzing the Commitments of Traders data coming from the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, red representing commercials net positions, and green representing large speculators net positions, and then we have blue, who we call small speculators, but CFTC calls them non-reportables. They are represented with blue, and all three were showing a bullish extreme in the market that caught my attention and I think is very exciting, and possibly there has already been a bottom in the market. We shall see. If the market goes back down, I would expect the extreme to widen to even greater levels. We shall see what happens, but one thing's for sure, it seems the past 2 weeks has showed that the market reacted to this extreme stress in the market. And if you watch that video, I was explaining to you how you can move from a wider time frame analysis, so analyzing, this is a 5 years chart, understanding where stresses are in the market, how traders are positioning themselves, and then once we have a decision that we are excited about, bullish opportunities, you can go and dive into the shorter time frame. This is still a daily candlestick chart, but here you can see underneath that, this is very similar to the COT charts I was just showing to you, but it is not the same. This is not data from CFTC. It is our own indicator. But you can see that the extreme, where we have an extreme, you can see we have these yellow diamonds, for example, that are signals. And just before reaching this bottom, we have had three major signals representing that there could be a bottom developing soon. Now, if you go into the shorter time frame, but let's start off first with the 4 hour, you can see that here we actually have these very beautiful green stripe signals, as we call them. Now, I should point out here at COTbase.com, under the iCOT Intraday Indicator, you will find example charts and of course explanation videos as well. I think this one is a very informative chart explaining to you what kind of signals there are. The strongest are these vertical lines, we call them stripes. Of course, green representing bullish opportunities, while red bearish ones. But of course, here we have these beautiful, not just one, not two, but three bullish stripe signals indicating that something may happen, and as you can see, that actually happened. Now, for those of you who are using this indicator, I think what's important is to really, not just use this tool blindly and say, well, if we get a signal, we're going to just get out of that long trade and maybe even go short. But you want to understand that the wider time frame, which of course can be checked by the classic COT analysis, is actually giving us a bullish picture. So you may, I'm not saying you have to, everybody has their own trading style and strategy and system and so on, but you may want to consider neglecting these bearish signals that the system is producing. So this is the 4 hours. If we go into the 1 hour, so you can see starting from 21st of July, what a beautiful signal. So we are getting these signals from the green, the commercials. That's when the candlestick changes color, and then suddenly we get signals from commercials as well. And then of course this turns into a stripe signal, the strongest signal that this indicator produces. And of course, then you can see that the market reacts and starts moving higher. Now, I'm not saying this is the only strategy, but possibly a strategy that one might follow is say, well, okay, the picture is bullish. I'm taking the approach of the market has to go higher, so I'm going to be focusing on only bullish signals. So you can neglect the bearish signals from the system and just focus on the bullish ones. As you can see, they are pretty accurate, I should say. We have one just here on Friday. What a wonderful signal on the 1 hour candlestick chart. So it's just to show you how you might want to use this wonderful indicator. We can of course go into the 15 minutes time frame. And again, I mean, there are certain bearish signals that, looking back, were successful, but depending on your trading style, you can consider neglecting them and just focusing on bullish opportunities in the market. And of course, we can go dive into the very micro time frame, a 1 minute candlestick chart. Even here, I think it's quite visible how beautiful the system really is. There's not too many bullish signals, as you can see, but there are a few, and you can see how the market reacts. So a wonderful tool that complements or supplements the classic COT analysis. And this is really, I think, this is how we kind of close the system, starting off with the wide time frame, classic COT analysis with data from CFTC, and then moving into the shorter time frame if you want to. That's that. I appreciate your attention. Of course, I will be doing reviews on other markets, so don't worry. I am, of course, not going to hide the fact that I am excited about silver and precious metals in general. I must admit that. And I'm really proud to say that we were capable of developing a system that correlates, signal-wise, correlates with data from CFTC. How beautiful signals these are. I could really just print this off, put it on my wall, frame it, and enjoy looking at it. So we'll see what silver does in the next couple of weeks and month ahead. You always have to be prepared. This can, of course, move downwards. We shall see, but I'm pretty sure that if that happens, we are going to be waiting for bullish signals, both from the classic legacy COT report from CFTC, and also the intraday indicator may be helpful at those levels as well. So again, appreciate your attention. Thank you very much for being with me. If you have any questions, please comment or send us an email to info@cotbase.com. And I wish you guys a wonderful weekend. Take care. Goodbye.